Right, hello, welcome, good morning. Welcome to the first video on this brand new channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dan, I'm a professional photographer, and my very good friend Billy has invited me here today to take some photos of his wonderful Benedictine chapel. That looks fantastic, Dan. Hello everyone. What are you doing? Are you lighting me?
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay, I've bought my Canon R6 Mark I. I'm using a 14mm f2.8 to get the wide open images of the chapel. I want to get these stained glass windows, get some light coming in through there. And I've also got behind me a 70-200 RF lens. There are 3 crests on the ceiling of this chapel that I'm going to fill the entire frame, touch up any cracks or imperfections in Photoshop, give them to Billy for a preview, and maybe they'll be worth a print or two. Right, let's get to it. Unfortunately, today it is quite miserable outside. It's wet and windy and raining, so there's not a ton of natural light coming through, but all that means is I'm going to be doing bracketed exposures, which means I'll be taking 1 picture that is properly exposed, 3 pictures that are overexposed in slightly increasing increments, and then 3 that are underexposed. And what I'll do on the computer is merge them all together, so it will bring out all the detail in the shadow. We'll still have all the detail in the highlights, and we'll just create what's called an HDR image, or a high dynamic range. So I don't know how well you can see this here, but these are the settings that I'll be using. If you look here at the exposure values, there are 7 separate images to be taken. So just for demonstration purposes. So that's the 7 images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we will merge them all together in Photoshop, and yeah, hopefully come out with a well-balanced, very detailed image. Perfect, 1 down. So just behind me here, there's this blue and yellow stained glass window just above the door, and that's something that's certainly worthy making a fuss over. For this frame, before I move on to the crests on the ceiling, we have stained glass to the left and the right, and we want to get the full spectacle of the altar. So what I'm going to do is move that light, and I'll just move it behind me so it's not obstructing too much of the altar. And yeah, and then we'll see how that one comes out. Right, I've set the stage as much as I can behind me. I'm going to take this one last frame of the altar and all the details therein, and then we'll move on to the crest in the ceiling. Great. Okay, we are geared up with the R6 and the 70-200 RF. I'm going to concentrate on these crests on the ceiling. I'll be shooting at 70mm, and it looks like I'm going to have to lie on the floor, but anything for the shot. So it looks like I may have been better off with a 50mm and just cropping in slightly in the edit. So just gonna run to the car, grab the 50mm, and we'll be right back. So yeah, not the greatest day for any type of photography, I don't think, but do what we can with what we have. Okay, here we are. The nifty 50, must have for any photographer. Take two. Yeah, much better. And we'll just crop in. Okay, so we've had a little break and I looked through the photos that I've taken this morning, and I'm sort of having trouble doing the altar justice just from being on the ground, and there's a particular shot that I'd like to get that I can't access without a ladder or a pole or one of these. This is the DJI Mavic 3, and we're going to take that off in the chapel and see if we can get something a bit more respectable. All right, this is the final image that we're going to print. It is of the Jesus, Mary and Joseph scene on the top of the altar. We've just hooked it up to the printer and we're going to hit send. Let us know if you like the end result. Okay, and here is the final product. Very impressed with that, if I may say so myself. Verite. Refic. Yep, that. Which Billy has informed me means come and you shall be restored. You alright with that, Billy?
I love it, Dan. I love it. It's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Smashing. Smashing.
There it is, the final product printed on A2 Pro Luster paper with the Canon ProGraph 1000, which is most likely going to be my next investment. And I think that will do for me today. For a first video, it's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so you know, dip my toe in the water first. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few weeks with the next photography adventure. See you next time.